Hello and welcome to this video. The topic of today's video is why closing is the most important skill for entrepreneurs, salespersons, and for anyone who wants to have a successful career in any industry. By working for over 20 years in 4 different countries, I can say with absolute conviction that closing is the most important thing in life. Every day, we close people on an idea or belief, or else we are closed by people on their ideas or beliefs. In this video, I will tell you about the unconventional wisdom which I gained after lots of trial and error, failures and frustration. I firmly believe that I owe this to everyone who watches this video till the end, since I also owe all my skills to countless people who have helped me at each step during my journey. As we know that no business transaction can happen until and unless a sale is closed. Even when a baby cries, the baby is closing us on the idea that his or her demands or needs are important, or else the baby closes us on the idea that the baby needs attention. Irrespective of B2B sales, B2C sales, or any other business relationship, the business transaction or business relationship does not and cannot initiate until and unless both parties are closed on the idea that the business relationship is worthwhile and makes business sense to them. If you are not able to close on your idea, product, or service, you cannot help people, and hence you cannot make any impact or generate any revenue. You must think that for every prospect that you are unable to close, you are implicitly depriving them and their family of a brighter future. Moreover, the idea that closing sales or business deals is something which needs special talent or cannot be learned is absolutely false. In other words, sale closing is a skill which anyone can learn, and mastery comes with practice, experience, and time. If you master the art of sales closing or closing people on your ideas, you can become a top-notch salesperson or an entrepreneur in any industry. But you must approach the art of sales closing or closing in general from a trust-centric and problem-solving perspective. Therefore, you must master the skills, tools, and techniques that will help you to avoid approaching the sales conversations or business conversations and meetings in a self-centered way, like the traditional salespersons or business persons. By doing so, you won't focus on product features or compare your service to competitors, and rather focus on solving the problems of your prospects. This approach will help you in identifying the gap between the current state of the prospects and their goals, and dig deep into the emotional pains and desires of the prospects. To become an authority in the area of B2B sales or B2C sales, or to become a successful entrepreneur in your industry, you must understand 3 important things. The first one is that you must get rid of bad habits and challenges of traditional salespersons, due to which no parent wants their kids to become a salesperson, at least those who themselves don't have a sales career. So you must know what makes salespersons the least favorite people for the majority of people. The second thing is you must understand how prospects think. The third thing is you must understand that a sale is a transfer of energy. The fourth thing which you must understand is that you must connect to serve with right intent. So let us investigate these areas one by one. So the first one is avoiding habits of traditional salespersons. So to master the art of sales closing, you must eradicate the habits and challenges of conventional salesmen by doing the following. Number 1, avoid closing sales in a traditional, boring, feature-centric, and self-centered way. The second one is avoid getting stuck in a loop of self-sabotage and stagnation, which is primarily because of wrong mindset and identity which one has chosen for oneself. The third point is One must excel as a salesperson in lucrative and fast growing sectors such as personal development and real estate, where the transaction sizes can range from thousands to millions of US dollars. In this way, you will be able to leverage the growth of these sectors and secure your financial future. The fourth point is you must learn why the philosophy that customers are more concerned with features and technical details is flawed to its core. The fifth point is get rid of the fundamental beliefs hard-coded in the minds of many salespeople that a sales closing call or conversation is competition-centric or product feature-centric. The sixth point is overcome the need to convince the prospect that your product or service is better than the competition or alternatives. At higher price points, it is all about the desires and wants of prospects and not needs. The seventh and the last point is understand that customers mostly pay a premium for the experience and feelings associated with that and not for the functionality and utility. This will be life-changing for you and your family. If you are getting some good solid value out of this video, please subscribe this channel because it helps the channel grow, and also press the like button and comment down under the video so that I can know what you think about the concepts that I have mentioned in this video. Thank you very much. Now let us look at why we must understand how prospects think. In order to become a top-notch salesperson, you must remember that prospects have a problem or problems, and there exists an opposite of it, their vision or dream, which they want desperately or crave. And that is why they are on the call with you or they are in the business meeting with you. So never think that your product or service lacks value. Even if it is not of value to you, prospects see value in it. Therefore, you must keep in mind the following important points. The first one is prospects don't have time to be on call with you just to have a conversation with you or meet you without any reason. They have a problem which is worth solving for them, and they value their time. If they don't value their time, it means they might not be the best clients for you in the first place. The second point is that clients from hell are never good for your business, reputation, and in most cases also your well-being. Perhaps you are doing or want to do business with a bad client because you are operating from a scarcity mindset and you haven't installed a proper mindset yet. The third point is bad clients are bad for your reputation too, which is not a good thing in the long run for your brand. The fourth point is that the main reason due to which you are doing business with bad clients is the lack of proper mindset. Now let's look at why sales is a transfer of energy. In order to close sales like a top-notch salesperson, you must understand that a sale is a transfer of energy, and therefore you must remember three important points. Number one, you must radiate belief, passion, conviction, and commitment in your voice. The second point is trust is the precursor to any business transaction. The prospect buys you before purchasing your product or service. That is why rapport comes first, which is important to develop trust. The third point is at subconscious level, they will know if you don't have the belief, if you don't have the conviction, and if you don't have the commitment. In short, this is what I have learned after decades of experience in sales closing. They simply won't purchase your product or service if your inner world is not in alignment with what you say and how you say it. The misalignment will be sensed by the prospect and they won't purchase your service as a result. Your thoughts, your gestures, your beliefs, your body movements, your words and tonality must be in alignment and solely focused on one and only one thing: helping the prospect in overcoming their challenges due to which they are on the call with you or in the business meeting with you. When you are focused on helping them in achieving what they want, they will feel it. That is why I always say, you simply cannot escape your inner world. You will always radiate your inner energy in your tonality and voice. Now let's come to the last of the important concepts, which is connect to serve with right intent. So you must make prospects feel that you will help them in overcoming their challenges in life or in business by being confident and certain about your service. Always conduct or execute a closing call with full confidence. Whether they will purchase your service or product or not is not a problem. The reason is that everyone cannot be a right fit for your product or service, and everyone can't have a desire to overcome their obstacles. Here are the silent points which one must remember about sales closing. Number one, sales closing does not imply shutting the door or closing of something. Closing is in fact the beginning of a new transformation or change for the prospect. For example, introducing new business processes, forging new marketing strategy, or shaping a new personal development service for their audience. Your goal is to get the right information and emotion out of a prospect. Notice the joy, unhappiness, or lack of fulfillment from the facial expressions of the prospects to better understand their needs and find out if your service or product is the right fit for them. Your job is to take the prospects from a skeptical frame of mind to a buyer's frame of mind. If you know that your service or product will serve them, you must do it for them and do it with an intent to serve. You must have the best interest of the prospects at hand, and that will radiate and that will be sensed by the prospect. Therefore, as a closer, all you need to do is to master the art of helping the prospect. This means that you have to help them make a shift from a skeptical mindset to a buyer's mindset. Therefore, with belief, conviction, and the best interest of the prospects at heart, you take them from a mindset of no trust, no need, no urgency, no help, and no support to trust, need to make a change, and urgency, and provide them with help and support. In this way, you can start the journey and start a process of transformation or change that will ultimately help them solve their problems. So, as a closer, you have to be comfortable with uncomfortable. In this way, you will be able to connect, to serve, and influence people so that they can do what is right for them. Therefore, as a closer, you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. In this way, you will be able to connect, to serve, and influence people so that they can do what is right for them. Your intent should be helping the people get what they need so that they don't suffer anymore. In order to do that, you have to invoke the right emotions and also feel the emotions of the prospects as they experience them during a sales closing conversation. That requires the right observation skills and will help you to take the sales closing conversations in the right direction. During a sales conversation, you have to constantly evaluate and ask yourself, are you taking the prospects deep into their feelings or helping them realize what actually lies in their subconscious mind? That is important because people buy with their heart, emotions, or what is lying in their subconscious mind. You must also understand that if you are able to penetrate the prospect's defenses, you can help them overcome their challenges. So during a sales conversation, you have to observe and make notes. In short, sales closing is an art of adapting your behavior to help the prospects make the right decisions. By doing so, they can get the results which will help their lives positively. If you are approaching sales closing with a purely logical or unemotional perspective, you will never get good results. If you are unable to close the sales, the prospects stay where they are and their lives don't change. Also, you won't be able to create any impact and you will stay where you are in your career and financially. In short, not closing prospects is a lose-lose situation for both you and for your prospects, and both you and your prospect stay where you both are. If you apply these concepts, it will accelerate your career or business growth, and you will be able to operate with confidence, conviction, and absolute clarity. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time, and see you in the next video. In order to support this channel, please like and subscribe, and I really appreciate your time. See you in the next video. Bye.